I built a mini truck that can ride on the railroad because I have this weird dream of driving it across a 117-year-old train bridge. But can an abandoned bridge that's falling apart support the weight of a truck? Also, can something this poorly engineered even make it there in the first place? I drove 1,000 miles across the country to find out. Our 2-day journey to the bridge begins in this video, following the river, facing more setbacks than we ever expected, actually uncertain if even getting to the bridge is realistic or not. So welcome to the second episode of the biggest, most ambitious, most expensive project I have ever attempted. This is the Mini Truck Railroad series. Still driving. Still driving. Still driving. After over 24 hours of driving, we made it. Thank you to Shopify for sponsoring this video. Well, technically it was just me that made it. I picked up my friend Mo at the airport the next morning. Mo has been my partner in crime on both abandoned railroad attempts, and I couldn't take on Idaho without him. We did get pulled over immediately after leaving the airport. I'm gonna try my best. So this was a whole story in itself that I will get to, I promise. I've never asked a cop to do something so ridiculous in my life. We slept at a motel next to the railroad.
Get there.
Morning, council.
What up, council?
We walked down for breakfast and met one of the motel managers. After telling him all about the adventure ahead of us, his only response was,
Oh, you guys aren't bringing a gun?
"We're not bringing a gun."
You should bring a gun.
What type of animals do you think are out there?
Bears, for sure. Yes, definitely. I'm sure you guys would be alright.
Yeah, totally. That gun thing was like... This is the face of someone who packed bear spray. So, yeah, I didn't want to tell him that. But maybe this cold weather would keep the bears away, maybe?
Frosty.
In the meantime, I needed to figure out if my 1995 Honda Acti could handle the cold.
What's going on?
So it's been doing this thing.
No. Yep.
Okay. Hopefully this is not foreshadowing. But the truck was up and running now.
Let's go, baby!
And we had a date with the 117-year-old trestle bridge. The route was pretty simple. Follow the river all the way to the canyon and eventually ride the tracks all the way across the Half Moon Trestle Bridge.
Yeah, you're right on.
But what I've learned from my year of riding abandoned rails is that nothing ever really seems to go to plan. So after getting the truck all set up, I needed to test it one more time just to make sure it wasn't going to immediately fall apart. Please. I guess we just go.
So good.
Oh my gosh. So what you're seeing here is called the railroad switch, basically the intersection of two railroad tracks, which I didn't even think about when choosing axles that have these big chunkers right in the middle of them. So that means anytime there's something in between the rails like this, we'll have to
Pull up, drive.
Yeah. Now, if you watched the first episode, you probably agree getting on and off the rails from the side is not necessarily one of my strengths.
Yep.
Which is why I decided to run away from my problems in search of a flat surface to pull straight onto the rails from. I found one, shimmied the rails all the way to it, got back on, but felt way more nervous for the journey ahead. But also very excited because the journey was finally beginning. And after months of tinkering on this thing, to finally be riding it in Idaho on the railroad, headed to the bridge of my dreams, yeah, it felt pretty good. Let's go, baby! This railroad had been abandoned for over 20 years, which made this next test the scariest one so far, because if something goes wrong, yeah, we're screwed. Should I go? Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Just like the way
this. Don't worry. We're here making the railroad better, guys. Crossing this was going so much better than we thought it would, which is why Mo suggested
We reverse.
Not totally sure how that happened. Not good. But how bad was it? To find out, I took the whole thing apart and then clearly saw that the middle bar is bent. So you can kind of see the bend here, and the fear is that the most subtle bend could throw off the entire alignment of the truck to the rails. So I struggled my way back in reverse to the scene of the crime to figure out how it happened and if the truck was even able to ride the rails anymore.
Keep coming.
This wood is cockeyed, which means the rails probably went with it. The wheel came up, flipped, and then look, you can see right here. It definitely made us wonder how many more uneven rails were in our future. I ran up ahead to check. Seems pretty good. Yeah, let's go. But there was no way to know for sure. We slowly crept forward, and despite the bend, somehow it was all still working. Unfortunately, we could only test it for maybe 20 seconds before hitting another railroad merger. We were in and out of the truck for a good half a mile. Oh, where'd you put that wrench? Lifting the wheels up and down, over and over again. Never being on the rails long enough to gauge how the truck is actually doing. We did that from here to here. It took almost an hour, but then we eventually had a straightaway to finally see if the truck was too damaged to ride the rails.
Point updated.
After putting the drone back up in the air, we started off slow and then gradually gained speed until all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the truck was just working. We were riding this mini truck on the river. I even went into third gear right here. We were moving like pretty quickly despite the whole crash. And to finally just take in the view of Idaho was a pretty special thing. Making things so much easier for me by flying the drone while I get to fully enjoy the thrill of driving this mini truck on the tracks. But then he spotted an opportunity for me to really prove my worth. Idaho, can I move this big tree? I don't know. Look at me go. Haven't even seen one potato. Isn't that what's grown in Idaho? Right, Mo? Hey guys, Editing Preston here. If you've enjoyed the video so far, it would mean so much if you'd consider subscribing. I'm trying to get to 1 million subscribers eventually, so that would mean a lot. Okay, thank you, bye. You got this, dog. Now, I wanted Mo to also feel what it's like to drive a truck on the railroad, so a few weeks before we left, I taught him how to drive stick, and I'm not just saying this because he's my friend, the guy's a natural. And our biggest thing is we're keeping this straight, and we're looking out the window. But I will say, one of the strangest parts about driving the truck is the fact that you can't turn. You have to keep the wheel completely straight and let the conical wheels do all the steering for you. And then it's pretty easy as long as you just don't drive into like a huge rock. Stop, stop, stop! Good. How's your wheel?
Yeah, it's off.
Okay.
Just the front.
Yeah, should die twain.
But because Mo braked at the perfect time, the wheels didn't flip over again, which was actually really exciting. Great job, Mo. Stop, stop, stop! I wasn't sure how many more wrecks we could handle, but somehow this 25-year-old mini truck imported from Japan kept chugging along. You think you're good to try again? Okay. And just like that, we continued on to the bridge. Doing it, baby!
When everybody keeps retreating.
This is so crazy. I can't believe we've gone this far.
This is amazing.
What?
This is amazing.
Let my love open the door to your heart, to your heart.
Are you off? Is the... Did we hit something? Yeah, we'll ramp up and see if we can fix it.
Sorry, yeah.
Sorry. Try it again. Could happen to me. Not our favorite thing here. But last time we were okay, so maybe this time we'll also be okay. In that moment, I spoke optimistically, but that crash was way worse than the first, and we're so far away from civilization at this point, we just can't afford for anything to go wrong. Like the last time, I took it all apart, inspected everything, and to my complete disbelief, I couldn't find one new dent. Not only is the build working, but it's like withstanding beatdown after beatdown is the craziest freaking thing to me. We Alvin and the Chipmunked our way back onto the rails. But with the sun getting lower in the sky, we had to start looking for camping spots. We were also horribly behind schedule because of all the breakdowns, but even after that huge crash, our honey kept going. The hope was to at least get here by nightfall, then wake up super early and follow the river all the way to the canyon where the bridge was. We need to find this camp spot as soon as possible because temperatures would be getting down to a very uncomfortable 30 degrees tonight. On top of that, having two pretty significant crashes under our belt now led to a lot of focused, silent driving. Just not wanting to wreck again, I found myself paranoid and getting out, constantly moving any rock that looked even slightly threatening. But kept pushing on, trying to cover as much ground before the sunset. Quietly. It was kind of crazy just how abandoned this railroad was. There was a solid stretch where all you could hear was the hum of the mini truck and me throwing rocks. We were in the middle of nowhere, which is why my stomach absolutely dropped when I saw what was up ahead. Oh, look, a human! This side of the river, as you've seen, is completely desolate. So to see another human on the railroad waiting for us, yeah, we knew we were in trouble. But this wouldn't be the first time we got into trouble on this trip. Oh, I need to tell you the cop story. Okay, so this happened right after I picked up Mo from the airport, but I had a plan. I'm gonna try my best to potentially talk my way out of the speeding ticket. So yeah, just get ready. Get ready, watch and learn how a real pro finagles their way out of a very expensive ticket. Let's just say this guy isn't getting a ticket.
Today I'm going to be issuing a citation for the speed. Like I said, I had to go 41 at 25.
I really wish that this was a bit. I wish that Officer Robinson was an actor, and I think I feel that way because I've literally done this bit in a video before, but the cop was my friend Vic in a costume and we danced. My friend Vic wasn't ruining my day with fun news like,
So your plates did not come back as registered, which is also another citation.
Vic pretended to pull me over so we could do this surprise ad read for the video. Shopify is easy to use. Which is why all of this feels like deja vu, and I don't know if it was because I was nervous, but I decided to tell all of that to the cop.
There's this bit that I've done on my channel often where one of our friends pretended to be a cop, and it's the funny, it's so dumb. So very odd request.
Shopify is an easy to use, all-in-one commerce platform.
I got tongue twisted.
And yes, Shopify is the all-in-one commerce platform behind this hoodie that I've been wearing this entire video. 6 months ago when I had the idea to design and sell this hoodie, I was intimidated, but Shopify has actually made it so much easier than I thought it could be. If you want your store to look better, you drag and you drop. If you want your product photos to look better, you tell Shopify Magic what to do, and voila. Starting a business on your own can feel really scary. Kind of like, I don't know, jokingly asking a cop,
Would you be willing to pretend to handcuff me if you don't want to?
That one I will not.
Okay, great. Totally understand.
Something that doesn't feel scary and uncomfortable like that moment is starting, growing, and managing your business using Shopify. I personally designed this hoodie for you guys and wouldn't be able to sell it if it wasn't for Shopify. So if you are thinking about starting a business, click this QR code to start your free trial today at shopify.com/prestongoes.
You guys have a good one.
You too. I've never asked a cop to do something so ridiculous in my life.
And maybe because that interaction went so well, I almost felt like we were due for some trouble. Mo must have felt like we were gonna be fine because the first thing he said as we approached this random guy was,
What up, council?
after a moment of silence, when he eventually responded and said, we knew we had made a friend.
This is our maiden voyage.
Really? Where are you guys from?
California.
Really?
Drove here.
Just to do this?
Yeah.
Like, did you, like, study the river and like,
Google Maps like crazy, dude.
and you just kind of found out this is like an abandoned rail?
Well, it was specifically the huge trestle bridge over in Lapway Canyon. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
At the end of the journey, we're gonna drive across it.
Yeah, the bridge you guys drove across earlier.
Oh, you were under there?
Yeah.
That was you guys?
The rotary?
Yes.
We were coming by right when you guys were on it, and you were like putting something in your truck.
Yes. Oh yeah, there was like a huge piece of metal.
It's been a train here forever.
Right. I mean, how many years do you think? 40. Really? What was your name?
Jake.
Jake.
Yeah, nice.
Preston. Nice to meet you, Jake. We're gonna camp somewhere up here.
But if you keep going past that, and then you'll see where the river really channels and makes a rapid.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Jake felt like one of those NPC guides in a video game telling us the perfect place to camp that we probably would have driven right by if we hadn't stopped to talk to him.
Best of luck, guys.
Yeah.
Him and his buddies were fishing for steelhead and said that there was a spot that they fish at a few miles down the river with great spots for camping. He told us to keep driving till the river widens and then to look out for the flat spots near the water. So Jake, if you're watching, thanks so much, man. Please comment Jake from Idaho is better than Jake from State Farm.
Thank you, Mo. Give it up for Mo, everyone. Yeah. Oh yeah. Live on. Yeah. A lot of rocks. So many rocks.
Oh, and I totally forgot to mention, across the river you can see cars driving because they built a highway in the 20s that followed this railroad. This was pretty common when they started building highways in the US because the railroad tracks were already built alongside the easiest routes. And this shot where you can see both of them is probably my favorite shot of the whole day. But we still hadn't found Jake's camping spot and the sun was gonna set any second, so we had to speed things up. Unfortunately, the fastest I was willing to go didn't really look that cool. But what does look cool is when I speed up the clip 3,000%. Wow! Gee whiz, Preston, your truck is so fast.
Oh my gosh.
Moving stuff off the rails had become our full-time job.
Oh God, no. Yeah. Yeah.
But we were having a good time.
Dude, you almost passed out.
Eventually, the river did widen up, and we found this beautiful grassy spot right on the water.
Oh, that's not bad, dude. Maybe camping spot. I mean, this feels pretty good, right? I don't know how much better it's gonna get. Like,
This is what I expected whenever I came to Idaho.
But just to be on the safe side, we performed a quick cleansing ritual.
Camp Rock! Camp Rock! Camp Rock!
Mo, are you ready for dinner?
So ready, dude.
If you've never been camping before, these are, what are they called? Freezer dried?
Oh, freeze dry.
Freeze dried meals. So the way it works, snip, snap, boiling water. Mix it up.
Yummy astronaut food.
I watched a guy on YouTube review every single Mountain House meal ever made, and then he rated them. I watched the entire video and then bought his best, like highest rated meals, and he loved.
That curry's pretty good. That is pretty good. I might have to put that right top.
I'm not a huge camper, which is why, you know, I brought a Tupperware with 20 meals just in case we, you know, die out here. We got some hand warmers. We've got Life Straw. I've seen ads for these so many times of you. You suck it out of the.
This is so sauce. Maybe we both put this one in the
Tonight, Mo, you'll be having a delicious yellow curry. Expiration date is
2052.
September 2053.
Oh, it's so close.
That was really good.
Oh yeah.
Stir it up. Oh, it smells good. Beautiful.
Dude, 10 out of 10.
No way, is it good?
10 out of 10.
Thank you, YouTuber guys that told me to buy all of these. We love you. And then we got a little truckie over here, just watching over us. If lions, bears, cougars do come, we will retreat to the inside of the truck. That's basically why the truck is here and it's not on the rails. We don't have a gun. We have bear spray. What is bear spray? It's spray that freaks out bears. I'm gonna spray it on the bear and the bear's gonna be like, whoa, whoa, dude, not that stuff. How do you do it? Well, I guess you push this and
do it one time.
what if it's like pepper spray? Yeah, I guess I didn't even know how to do that. Oh. Don't inhale, don't inhale, don't inhale. You know, sometimes I go camping, bring an axe, chop a tree down, build a fire. You know, just normal 9 to 5 kind of stuff. Like I thought I was doing a bit, but I'm like, wait, we can take this whole tree down.
My shoulder.
Yeah, that's something. Well, I'm gonna talk to the camera for a second. A lot of you start commenting, keep going, in these videos where I failed pretty often. It was ironic because day one of me starting YouTube, I put up this little post-it note on my monitor that says it works if you keep going. That has been kind of like a North Star for me as I've been trying to figure this out over the past few years. This is truly just the experience of a lifetime, what I've been able to do these past few years, and that wouldn't happen if it wasn't for you guys. Okay, so update for everyone. I tried to explain this laying down. I didn't do a great job. So basically, something happened right before we set up camp that I don't think truly set in until we were in the tent.
How about I'll fly the drone up now just to see what's ahead and to make sure there aren't better spots, like better camping spots.
Jake from Idaho had also mentioned camping on the beach could be a good option for us, so I wanted to see how close we were. So do we want to sleep on a beach?
What?
I don't want to say it.
Preston, chill. What? Spit it out now.
There's like a train graveyard ahead. It looks like there are it's like miles of trains. Oh, we can't look. There, all those yellow things. So I forgot to record what the drone was seeing, but I did go back before we left Idaho to fly my drone and get these clips. I didn't know that railroad companies will store decommissioned rail cars on abandoned tracks like this. Because this is backcountry Idaho, I planned the route using Google Maps and whatever old videos I could find of the railroad. I knew the tracks wouldn't be exactly what I saw online, but yeah. did not expect anything like this.
Okay. There you go.
What are we gonna do? Can we still get to the bridge?
Yeah.
With a minute truck, I don't know.